Yes, you little beasts. So, this video is it's for you if you want to be a digital nomad, right? So, I feel like nowadays everybody wants to build an online business that they can do from their house or do from wherever. Go to Thailand, go to Bali, sorry, and work on your business. And you can work from anywhere in the world, make bread, stack it up. Sounds great, right? Like, who wouldn't want that? And obviously that's good for so many reasons. You're working for yourself, you have your own business, so you don't have any bosses to answer to, anybody telling you what to do. um you're making money, and if you're making money in a place like Bali or Dubai or somewhere like that, you don't have to pay any tax, which again is great because, let's be real, tax sucks. um and you wake up when you want, do as much work or as little work in a day as you want. If you're feeling it, do 10 hours. If you're not feeling it, do a few hours. And it sounds like a great idea, right? And, and this is something I've thought my whole life. Like, when I was younger, all I wanted to do was build an online business. I've tried it all. I've tried YouTube multiple times. I've tried drop shipping, I've tried trading, I've tried copywriting. I've tried a lot of stuff, right? So I know how it feels to want to build an online business, so you can escape the 9 to 5 world, escape the matrix, as Andrew Tate used to say. But in my opinion, and whilst building an online business is great and is a great idea, I feel like people are rushing into it and they're trying to skip a step. I feel like most people who make it online, whether it's content creators or with an online business, people who make it are typically people who do that as a side hustle. They start it as a side hustle whilst working a traditional 9 to 5 job, and they build that side hustle over time into a full business, which is the proven method of success, right? But people nowadays just think they can start a business and in 2 months' time they'll be millionaires. And I sort of feel like this is because nowadays, right, especially in my generation, nobody wants to work hard. Nobody wants to put that work in and really build something. People are so brain rotted and their attention spans are so fried that they're allergic to putting in hard work, and they just want everything put on a plate for them. And this agenda that you can just build a business and have it take off soon is total bullshit, right? Businesses take a lot of hard work, and I feel like this stems from influencers and people online trying to, well, not trying to, they are lying to you. They're telling you lies, whether that's fitness influencers smashing steroids and then selling fitness plans, or people making out as if they're more successful in something than they actually are. So you buy some sort of mentorship program or course, and 9 times out of 10, it's all bullshit. These people haven't built anything, or let's say they haven't built anything real from real experiences. They've just lied and scammed their way to the top, and it's like a big pyramid scheme. Most people online who have businesses, proper businesses, people who you look up to, either had a 9 to 5 first and then used those resources generated, such as the money they saved during this time. Let's say they had a 9 to 5. Let's say, take you for example, right? You were building a business, or you wanted to build a business. You knew content creation was what you wanted to do, and you wanted to stick at it for a good 2 years, give it a good 2 years stint, and see where you ended up in 2 years' time, right? What you could do is work for a few years full time, get some savings together, and then afford to take 2 years off work and give the content creation or whatever business it is a good go. And this is what a lot of people do. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, at least you've tried, right? You put those resources you've saved into your business, and it's also not time wasted, because the time that you spent in the 9 to 5 saving that money, you've also learned skills, which is great, and they're transferable, or you can pick them back up if it doesn't work out and start that 9 to 5 again. Either they've done that or they've got the money from somewhere else, right? But most people have either built a side hustle whilst they've been working full time, or they've worked full time, earned enough money, and then took some time off work using that money to fund their business or their lifestyle whilst they're building the business, and hopefully it's grown. 9 to 5s, brother. 9 to 5s get a lot of hate, especially from people my age, who just think like, oh, 9 to 5, why would you want to do that for the rest of your life? Imagine 40 years working and one thing, and you wake up early, I should say. you have to wake up whatever you're doing, but you wake up early, you go in the dark, in the cold, you're having somebody tell you what to do. But 9 to 5s are actually good because you earn money whilst building a skill set that you can translate into anything. Let's say, right, the key with this as well, with getting a 9 to 5 whilst you build your business. Let's say you think this is a good idea. You think, yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll get a 9 to 5 whilst I'm building my business. What 9 to 5 should you get? Well, it should answer itself, right? You need to get a 9 to 5 that aligns with your goals. So think about this business you want to build, right? If that's your life goal and you're convinced that that's going to work for you, or you want to put your all into it, you want to go all in, then do a job that builds a skill that you need for that business. So, for example, say you're building an agency, right? You've got an AI agency that, I don't know, I don't have an AI agency, so I can't really think. Let's say you've got an AI agency that does outreach for people, right? Well, the idea is all well and good, but how are you going to get your first clients? Do you have any sales skills? If not, then maybe get a 9 to 5 sales job, because then you build sales skills, and when it comes to the point where your agency is ready to start getting clients, you can sell your business, your services to your potential clients, your ICPs, and you can actually get your first clients from the sales skills you've built. Because I feel like if you don't do that, running with this idea, this example of the AI agency, if you don't have any sales skills, then how are you going to get your first client? And then what's the point of business without clients, right? You're not solving anyone's problems because people don't know that your service is there to solve their problems, right? And that's just an example. That can be translated to anything. But my point is, 9 to 5s are underrated because you get money, you get given money that you don't have to pay back. And if you're sensible with that money, you can use it for whatever you want, obviously, but specifically to this scenario, you can use it and put it into your business, or buy yourself some time, because money is time, right? Buy yourself some time to build that business. The problem with a lot of people, in my opinion, is that because people are paid monthly, you get this £2,000 a month, let's say. People just spend it and waste it on shit they don't need, and then you're living paycheck to paycheck, and then that's when it's like, oh, I'm not getting paid enough, or I don't have enough money to do this, to do that. No, it's just your spending habits are so bad that you would rather waste all that money on going out drinking for a few weekends rather than put it into something that you say matters to you, right? And my point of this video is not that online businesses aren't good. Go, mate. Online businesses are sick, right? And it's only in the modern day. Like, think 50 years ago, you couldn't build an online business with no skills. Like, the joys of technology is that you can do that, but people try and go all in too early. Is my point. My point is you need to, or you should start it as a side hustle alongside your job, which should then it should be easy if you're passionate about it, as you say you are. If you're as passionate as you say you are, there won't be any, when you come home from work, like, that energy to do that thing will be there because it's your passion, right? It's something you're passionate about building. So go for it. I feel like a lot of people say, oh, yeah, but if I get a 9 to 5 job, then I won't have the energy when I come back. That's just bullshit. And if that's the case, then you clearly aren't that passionate about your business in the first place, right? And then after a few years, scale it where you need to be. If you're desperate, if you really think, oh, I want to get this going as soon as possible, sacrifice a year or two, work your 9 to 5 job, and come home and work 5 till 9 every night, and then work on the weekends. If you're as passionate as you say you are, and your idea is as good as you say you are, and it's going to be as effective as you think it is, then why not, right? But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I think 9 to 5s get a lot of shit. But unless you've got an established business that takes time to build, then what's the alternative? I'm going to say it, bro. 9 to 5s are underrated, and this is why. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I love you lots. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.